Man, let's get right to it then. To be what you were doing in your team, y'all had to have seen some evil shit, like some pretty fucked up shit coming from niggas with money. I'm assuming.
Well, you see that from niggas who don't have money also.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you see a lot of shit. It is what it is.
So, I have to ask you then, because sometimes when you see like, let's say a Puff, you might have a manager who might be an enabler, like to help him get to her, like an R. Kelly, whoever. Then you have their bodyguards or security unit who might allow some things to take place. Might see it and just, hey, we're going to just allow it because, hey, it's the essence. What was your mentality when it comes to the enablers or the people that allow, or just what, how did you approach the situation that you're like, I don't know about that?
I don't know what you mean by that question. That was such a broad and asinine ass question that it's hard to answer something like that.
Let me be more direct.
Be direct, bro.
Let me be more direct.
Yeah.
Were you an enabler, or did you allow or see stuff that you're like, man, I ain't gonna jump in that?
Bro,
go ahead.
Criminals do crimes with criminals. I've never been a criminal. You understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So now, if you're looking to answer something about Puff, Puff ain't the Puff. Puff had different phases of his life that y'all don't understand. And let's get down to the nitty gritty of it. You understand? First you got Puff Daddy, who had Daddy's house and the parties and things like that. Then you had Puff. You understand? Then you had Diddy. Then you had Brother Love, and then Love. I had Puff around the stage when he was Puff Daddy and Puff and some of Diddy. Not the new Diddy that they gave the Diddler and everything like that. So he ain't the guy, he wasn't the guy that y'all see now back then when he was in Harlem. You understand? He was the guy that our crew chased down the street because he was trying to be a part of it, and he ran. You understand? We brought him back, beat the shit out of him, hit him in the head with cake spoon, with champagne and all the other shit like that. He was wanted to be a part of us. He was the one who used to beg, don't go to the party, please, please, I'm on my way. I'm on my way, so he could walk in the club with us. You understand? So to answer that question, bro, you're not doing nothing that's gonna cost my livelihood. You understand? You're not gonna do anything in front of me to cost my livelihood. You understand? Now, have I seen some shit? I seen a dude come up in the club and blow somebody's head off. I see the smoke running through the crowd trying to get to the lights. You understand? At a New Year's Eve party. So now I see this guy laying on the ground with his head tore down to the white meat. Did I know who did it? No. Did somebody tell me it's about to happen? Yes, they did. Yo, Gene, somebody got a gun in here. No, they didn't. We searched everybody. He came through the back door of the kitchen. You understand?
Yeah.
Because it was a restaurant that was giving a party. Yeah. The guy came through the back. I run and turn on the light. As soon as I hit the light switch, you see, pow, and the gun smoke. Dude ran. That's the kind of crazy shit we see. You see girls having sex in the bathroom. That's crazy shit. You grab them with the guys and you throw them out the club. You understand?
Yeah.
So
it gets like that.
Right.
I have to ask real quick. Diddy's pops. I saw you. There was you had mentioned that as far as Diddy's pops, his dad was murdered.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that I didn't know. Did you know of his pops?
I didn't know of his pop. I ain't know jack shit about his pops. I learned from his pops from one of the biggest gangsters in Harlem, New York Freddie, right? The police said they went to New York Freddie house in Mount Vernon and he had stacks of $100 bills 6 feet high in the whole basement. That's how much money he had. He was the one who started Russell Simmons. They won't tell y'all that story. He was the one who started Russell Simmons and them into the music business because he had a record label first that Russell Simmons used to work for. So now, New York Freddie want to talk to Big Gene. One of his lieutenants back in the day, if you see his story, his name was Omar. Omar was our OG from 112th Street, 114th Street. They used to come around with us. They used to love the food I used to cook because I'm a hell of a cook. You know what I'm saying? So now Omar said, yo, New York Freddie want to talk to you, Gene. I told him he used to bodyguard Puff because he want to talk to Puff and tell Puff the real story about his father. So I said, yeah, all right. So I'm like, New York Freddie. I knew my history. I knew what New York Freddie was about. So I went and took a meeting with New York Freddie. New York Freddie said to me, he said, yo, man, I've been trying to get in touch with Puff. Russell Simmons, none of them would take my calls. It's all good. He said, I want to tell Puff the true story about his father. And I said, yo, all right, okay, you know what's up. You're gonna listen to those guys. You understand? So New York Freddie said, Puff father sold some drugs to one of their undercover guys. You understand? They arrested him because they had cops on the payroll to, you know, see what you about. He said they brought him the tape and the written confection that Puff father signed. So I was like, yo, he said, we gave him $10,000. It was a New York City cop. He worked for them. He said, we gave him $10,000. Puff father said that he only told because he had a wedding to go to, which I thought was hilarious. You understand? This is coming from New York Freddie. So he said that I wanted to talk to Puff, but he wouldn't take my calls, he wouldn't see me. He said, I wanted to let him know that I told the guy, y'all got to get rid of him. Y'all brought him in, y'all got to get rid of him. So all these people talking about he worked for Frank Lucas, he worked for that part like that. He may have gotten some things from them or whatever, did some work. Nah, he worked with New York Freddie team. And New York Freddie told the dude to get rid of him. Now, if Puff father was all that big of a gangster and he was all that and everything like that, why is he driving a cab? None of the gangsters in Harlem drove cabs. They drove Cadillacs, Rolls Royce, Mercedes, etc. You understand what I'm saying? So now, Puff father get murked by the dude that brought him in. And New York Freddie said to me, he said, I want to let him know the dude that was crying at the hardest at the funeral, carrying the casket, was the one who killed him. Yeah. So now, this is crazy to me, right? About a month ago, I told that story, right? A young lady, a woman, who was dating Puff father, hit me on, what y'all DM me on the the Instagram. She said, Big Gene, she said, thank you for telling my story, that story. He said, I was dating for Puff father. And I went up to Flash Inn. It was a thing on 155th and McCombs Avenue in Harlem. I was waiting for him the next day because he had told me the day before he was killed that to meet him up there. He said, New York Freddie and all they crew was up there laughing and joking. And they knew about Puff father that got killed. So now I knew why they was doing that. Yes, sir.
Real nice story. What made you leave Diddy's side?
Who said I left his side? You said what made him, you said what made me leave his side?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the whole working for
Puff, A AP Ferg father went to Puff, and there's two reasons. He asked Puff to do a favor for him. He was in a certain situation. And I took him up there. I had $10,000 of Puff money in my pocket because we had left North Carolina. He was going somewhere and he didn't want to take the money with him. And this was about 2 weeks later. It was a week before my birthday, like 4 or 5 days before my birthday. D said, yo, I want to go up to the office and talk to Puff. I said, all right, come on, I'll take you up there. So then he went and talked to Puff. He had some designs. He was one of the best designers in Harlem. He had a clothing company on 145th Street. And,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's A AP Ferg father.
Yeah,
So now,
I know they was real heavy into the
yeah, he the one designed the Bad Boy logo. Yeah, and he designed the old Uptown Record logo too. You know what I'm saying? So this guy was incredible. The people used to come and steal his designs and mass produce it. He was the one who put all the things. You remember you ever see
the
like,
patches?
the patches and stuff on the jacket, on the arms and stuff? He designed that. He was the one who started the painting of the sneakers.
Made a documentary about it, right?
Nah, somebody stole his shit and did all like that. He was the one who started. He was the one who was putting Gucci, Louis Vuitton on the cartoon characters and selling the shirts. That was A AP Ferg father. So now I take him up to Puff. He got all these designs. He say, Puff, I need this money, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell you the situation, but I'm gonna let you know it was some street shit. Now this is a dude when Puff lost his job at Uptown Records and he couldn't pay his car note. He couldn't pay his rent. He got $3,000 from Mike Cock. You know what I'm saying? And this dude named, they call him Mike Sessions now because he grown, he older. You know what I'm saying? But he was known as Mike Cock back in the day. He got $3,000 from Mike Cock. D. Ferg gave him money. This new Puff was talking about committing suicide. I said, well, let him. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, that weak, let him. You understand? So then now, he gave this dude a lot of money because he was collecting money from the same gang dudes to make sure Puff could pay his rent, pay his car note, and survive until he got with the butt naked guys, you know, Corey, Wolf, and L. That was a crew called Butt Naked. You know what I'm saying? He got with them. They gave parties, bro.
Yeah, I'm just, bro. I'm not tripping on. You know, we have some crazy names back here. Like there'd be like in Dallas, it'd be like Smash Head and Pumpkin Boy. It just, the names that like old school or OGs used to have back in the day just.
Yeah, it was butt naked, and they logo a booty ain't a booty unless it's butt naked.
Amen.
All right,
nah, for real.
So now he got money, gave Puff and everything like that. He went up and asked Puff for a lazy money like that. Now I could have just gave him that money I had in my pocket because Puff had completely all about it, forgot all about it. Never asked me the 2 weeks he was back in town and nothing like that because I only had Puff on weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. When I get off work on Friday, you understand, they'll call me, yo, Gene, you got Puff? Yeah, I got him. You understand? Saturdays and Sunday, I have them all day. You understand? Those was my days. So now, D asked him for the money. Puff say, I don't think I could do it. So D left out the office. I said, D, wait here for me outside. I said, you ain't gonna give Puff, you ain't gonna give D that money, dog? He was like, nah. He said, Gene, I can't do it. I can't do it right now. I said, well, here go your 10,000 that you get. He said, 10,000? I said, yeah, you gave it to me 2 weeks ago, nigga. Here, gave it to him. He said, you tell D about that? I said, no, that ain't none of his business.
Wait, Puff was I don't want to say broke, but struggling artist.
This is when he became, he was on now.
Okay.
This is some time after. This was after the city college. See, I gave you the time when after the city college, he lost his job. Nobody was effing with him the whole 9 yards. Then he went to that whole period where the dudes from Butt Naked, Wolf, L, and Corey, gave him the money to start up Bad Boy so he could keep Big, Craig Mack, and everything. Then he gets the deal from Clyde Davis. You understand? Now they put out Flavor in Your Ear. Do the Big Mac commercial, that Big Mac campaign when he put Craig Mack and Big into that box, in that Big Mac box, that a kid from his label, Mel Love, he thought of that. Puff ran with the whole campaign and the whole 9 yards. Huh?
It's a check.
Yes, a check. So now he's on. He's Puff. You know what I'm saying? So he's on. D. Ferg went to him and said, yo, my man, I need to do this, He said, nah. Out of all the shit D had done for him, Although he only gave D $1,500 for that design and promised that he was gonna look out and take care of him. You understand what I'm saying? That label's known worldwide. That image. Long story short, I gave him his money. I walked out the door. D said, I ain't never ever fucking with him ever again, Gene. I said, yeah, all right. So we were straight for my birthday, right? He said, yeah, we straight. I said, you all right? He said, yeah, I'm all right. Nigga died the next day.
Oh, come on, man. Damn.
On the 17th of October. My birthday, October the 16th.
Real life. If that shit ain't real life,
It ain't real life. Just ain't real. Real life street stars. Know what time it is.